Just went to go get my hair cut. My hair's not cut. And I will be writing a 1-star review for this place. Thank you very much. I love LA.
What are you talking about? Why are you posting this online? Guys, we have a problem. We have an epidemic of Karens, and this is a real life Karen in her natural habitat complaining that she couldn't get her hair done, even though she was late. She was the one that arrived late to the appointment, and yet she has the audacity to blame the business, to blame the establishment, and to blame the universe. Guys, if you watch the video, she talks about how the universe prevented her from getting this haircut. Like, the level of entitlement and the lack of humility and the lack of accountability is off the charts. And what's really scary, guys, is these people are everywhere. Could be your neighbor, could be your best friend. You could have a Karen who's very close to you and you don't know about it. And one day, they may try to destroy you.
I love LA.
So after she couldn't get her hair done and she went online crying about it, like a little kid, like a child, she left her 1-star review, and we're going to read it right here. So she said, I had been really looking forward to my appointment with Madeline. I was coming from Van Nuys, whatever that is, and unfortunately the universe threw every delay in my way. It was the universe, had nothing to do with me. I'm not usually late, and I was already anxious, so I called ahead of time and let her know I'd be 10 minutes late, but my ETA was potentially going up. So I'm already going to be late for you and your business. I just want to let you know, I might even be more late. I communicated clearly and got there as fast as I possibly could. I was informed of the 15-minute grace period and was told she had another client at 12:30. My appointment was at 11. The elevator for my parking garage didn't work, and so I ran through the mall out of breath. I was out of breath. And there was a swarm of bees. There was just this huge swarm of bees in the mall, and they just attacked me. And I showed up to her chair a minute or two after the grace period had ended. She sat me down in her chair and told me she didn't think an hour and 15 was enough time to give me a haircut. My hair is shoulder length. Today was my only day off. And I told her I couldn't reschedule. So it was offered. It was offered to reschedule. She said she couldn't. Oftentimes I've had to wait for other clients' hair to finish up, and I was taken aback. That she was turning me away after all I did to arrive there on time. You're going to turn me away after I did everything to get here late? You think it was easy to get here late? You think this was easy? I had to run through the mall. I had to go through the damn mall to get here late. Her lack of empathy and humanity shocked me, and I was left there sobbing after planning my whole day around this haircut I was so excited for. I will not be returning. And at the end of that review, guys, she posted her picture crying. She really wanted to show everybody what this business did to her. And what this business did was offer to reschedule after she was late, but that's not enough. Like I said, guys, these are Karens. These are Karens in their natural habitat. You are seeing a real life Karen and how they operate. It's not about them. It's not about what they did. It's about how they feel. And they're going to look for any target. And this target today was the business. It was the hair salon. And she wants to destroy them. She's looking for destruction. She's going scorched earth. So the way she's framing this is like they totally did her wrong and they weren't professional and they refused to give her money back and they ruined her whole day and it was all on them. They are not a professional business, and I want to let the world know. However, the salon did reply to her 1-star review and they said, "Hi, Lisa. We're sorry to hear you left disappointed. We understand how frustrating unexpected delays can be, especially when you've planned your day around an appointment. As discussed when you called, our salon has a 15-minute late policy to ensure we stay on schedule for other guests. By the time you had arrived at 11:20 a.m., there was unfortunately not enough time remaining to complete your service with the reference photos and the haircut you were requesting without impacting appointments or other clients who were scheduled after you. So the salon was actually looking out for her here, because it doesn't matter, guy or girl, we all hate getting a bad haircut. A bad haircut can ruin your week, can ruin your day. It can totally screw up your mentality if you start walking out of there with a bad haircut. So they were looking out for her. They were saying, hey, what you've requested, I can't complete it in this time, and I would rather give you a better haircut on another day. They were being nice to her. So we did offer to reschedule your appointment for another day, but we understand that option did not work for your schedule. While we regret that we weren't able to accommodate you, we remain committed to providing quality service while respecting the time of all of our clients. We wish you the best, and we appreciate your feedback. Very professional response. So far, everything that I've seen from this establishment, top notch. Everybody, I don't know what it's called, everybody should go get their hair done here, because they're operating in a very professional manner, and this girl is crazy. She's off her rocker. So she did reply to all the backlash she's getting, all the people that are hating on her. She did make a video here responding to everything.
Girl that was crying is back to give you a real explanation this time. The reason I haven't yet is I just wasn't sure if that was something that was worth it for me, especially now that I know people have seen me crying.
You weren't sure if you should respond, but you were totally sure that you should destroy this business over nothing, and you were totally sure that you should post yourself crying online and post a picture of yourself crying in the review as well. You were totally sure about all that, but you're not sure about the response. I don't know about that. This looks like somebody who is regretting their decision, and that's what's great about the internet, guys. These people used to run around rampant. They used to be loose on the streets, and now at least they got to face the music a little bit when they post this dumb stuff online.
And also, it's not a quick explanation, and most of you are going to hear the first part and be like, you're the problem, and then they're going to leave. So to anyone that actually wants to hear what happened and you stick around for like the whole story, this is for you. It's going to be a little long, so buckle up.
It's not going to be a quick explanation. I'm going to provide a long explanation because people would feel like you're the problem. Here's the reality. We watched everything. We've seen the whole video. We've seen how you operate. You are the problem. You are the problem. And it's not because people didn't see enough. It's because we saw everything. We saw the type of person you are. You are not a good person. You are willing to sacrifice others because you made a mistake. That's not honorable. That's not honorable. That's crazy. And you deserve the backlash you're getting for this.
And I get in my car, I put in the place, and it says 11:04 is my ETA. My appointment was at 11. But I know that it's rude to be late, even if it's like just a little bit. And I am really good about not being late, and it makes me really anxious because I had a mom growing up who was late to everything. You know how it is. And so I call, and she doesn't answer, and she calls me back once I'm on the highway. But before I get on the highway, if you live in LA, you know, there's this stupid fucking series of lights to get on the highway, and essentially I was stuck at the light for 5 light cycles.
She was stuck at 5 whole light cycles. I believe she said light cycles. Wow, 5 whole light cycles, guys. That is the reason why she had to put her appointment on hold. She had to wait for these red lights. I love how she's providing all this context that isn't necessary at all. That we all have mothers who were late, and you know how that is. You know how that is, guys. You had a mother that was late, and it's created a lot of PTSD for me growing up, a lot of trauma and anxiety, and that's why I'm never late to anything. Actually, you're actually repeating the same cycle, so I'm not really seeing the correlation here. Wouldn't you want to fix that if you grew up with that type of anxiety? Wouldn't it be more obvious to not be late? A little punctual?
I'm not even kidding. And I did not move maybe a car's length. And my ETA went up to 11:10. And like, what the fuck am I going to do in that situation? Be an asshole and cut in front of everyone else like everyone else is doing and then sit in the intersection and get honked at? No. The only option was just to sit there, really. Like, how else am I going to get there? I have to go on the highway.
Wow. I love how she starts framing this now Like she didn't want to be a bad person. I was stuck at those red lights, and what am I gonna do? I'm gonna drive through the intersection? I'm gonna hurt people? I'm gonna sacrifice people at a red light? No, I'm not that type of person. I'm not that type of person. I don't hurt people at traffic lights. I get to my appointments on time. So you can clearly see what she's trying to do here. She's trying to frame it in a way that she had no other option. However, the reality is you left too late.
I wish I had gotten in my car a few minutes earlier if I knew that was going to be the case. I thought I had enough time. And so I get there, I park my car at 11:12 in the parking garage because also Amtrak, like there was literally a fucking train that came by as well. Like I'm not making this up, okay? And I park my car in the parking garage, I run in heels, and I'm sick, okay? And the elevator out of the parking garage doesn't work. I stand there for what feels like 2 minutes.
As you can see, the way she's framing it, nothing that happened has anything to do with her. None of these problems happened because of her. It's because Amtrak. It's because the train's there. We got trains coming. I'm sick as well. If you heard her there, she said she's sick. So I don't know. Are you really a good person? You're trying to go to your appointment. You're probably going to get your hairdresser sick as well. You're going to get all the other people sick in there too. I don't know if that was a good thing to reveal there, that you're sick, but you're sick. You got heels on, you're running through the mall, there's elevators, there's aliens, there's a swarm of bees. You're getting attacked on all angles, and it has nothing to do with you. It's the universe. The universe doesn't want you to come out of that salon with that killer hairstyle. It knew if you walked out of there with that hairstyle. Can't let that happen.
Running into there right at 11:15, and she pokes her head out and like says like, Lisa, and I'm like, yeah. And so I swear to God, at the latest, it was 11:16 that I was in her chair. At the very fucking latest, okay? Not that that matters, you would think, but it does. And so she sits me down in her chair, offers me water, brushes my hair, asks me what I want.
She sits me down in the chair. She brushes my hair. She offers me water. She gives me some snacks. She rubs my shoulders. And she actually says that she wants to reschedule to give me a better haircut on a different day. Can you believe that? Can you believe that she wanted to reschedule to give me a proper cut? Can't believe this. After the water and the shoulder rub and the snacks. Unbelievable.
I show her the inspo picture. The vibes are like, and like just not great customer service, right? And then she's like, you know, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think I can cut your hair in an hour 15. And then she says that like she doesn't want to rush it and like do a bad job, which is fair. And then she's like, and that's not fair to my other client at 12:30. I don't know what to say to that. Like,
you don't know what to say to that? What do you mean you don't know what to say to that? She's being completely reasonable. You arrived late and she doesn't want to upset her other customers. So why should she have to cause problems in her business because you didn't arrive early? You don't know what to say to that? You should just say, hey, you know what? We tried to make this work. I tried to get here on time. It's not happening. I'm really sorry for causing all these problems. Let's reschedule for another time, right? That's what you should do. Take some accountability, take some responsibility, be honest. But to go online and to try to destroy their business is crazy.
And then I left a review and they responded and then deleted it. And they said that I showed up at 11:20, which is not true because I texted my friend at 11:20 after I had been essentially kicked out and said, I'm not getting my haircut, I'm crying. Like I texted them at 11:20 and said like, I'm not getting my haircut. So that's the story. And fuck that hair salon. I think that that lady needs to work on her customer service. And also like, I would have tipped her amazingly.
Okay, just so everybody knows, I worked in hospitality. Anytime somebody says I would have tipped you a lot or I'm going to tip you a lot, do not believe them, okay? Anytime somebody says that, they're not going to tip you at all. I can't remember how many times I had people be like, bro, take care of me tonight. I'm going to tip you crazy. And they'll just leave. They won't even tip you at all, or they'll throw you like $1 or something. So that's a massive red flag. And her trying to destroy the business at the end and saying that girl's so unprofessional after everything we've seen and the way that business conducted itself. I mean, you're absolutely delusional. You're living in La La Land. You need to come back to earth. still won't take any accountability for her actions, and she has the audacity to call them weird. They're weird. You're posting yourself crying online because you were late for an appointment. If anybody's weird, it's you. And after all this, after all the backlash, she's still so cocky. She's still so confident about the way she's conducting herself. It's just total delusion. It's total Karen in their natural habitat. And I'm really glad we have the internet to call these people out now, because they used to run wild. They used to run free. And that's not happening anymore. She still hasn't seemed to learn. I think she deactivated her accounts. But the moral of the story, folks, take responsibility for your actions, be accountable, be an honest person, and set your alarm clock a little early. And if you're late for something, be honest about being late, reschedule. Don't try to destroy businesses. Be a good person. Thanks for watching the video. I'll see you guys on the next one.